So welcome to the Man Cave here at Wistful Vistas in San Diego, California. Once again, family and friends. Little quick morning project. What we're going to do is install the license plate stash box, which I purchased from Twisted Throttle, onto the back of an Aprilia Tuono Factory Edition 2017 model year. The Aprilia and company, with a lot of other modern motorcycles, doesn't really have any little places on the frame or under the seat to stash much of your gear, and that's what we're going to use this for. Here's the box itself. This goes on the back of the bike. Has a little lock there that you can see. What you do is you open it up, and you've got a storage area there. Enough for maybe a couple of spare batteries and at least your license and registration and proof of insurance, which is important in California, and I would assume the same in your state. So the bits and pieces that we're going to need a marker, going to need a pair of pliers, going to need a number 25 Torx, we're going to need a number 10 socket, number 10 open and closed end, Phillips head screwdriver, a lot of little nutsies and bolts that will hold this thing on. We're going to need an appropriately sized drill bit because we have to actually drill through the back of this license plate holder to get it to hang on to the original equipment on the Tuono license plate holder. So we're here at the back of the machine, the south end of the machine that's pointing north. This is the OEM license plate holder. I'm going to stick with the standard bracket. I know tail tidies are a big deal, but I'm not so positive inclined to take that off in the first little bit of ownership. So here's our little box that we're going to put on the back. And we have an issue. Of course, there's always an issue. It's never easy. And the issue is that this piece right here, that is actually the locking part where the front end comes up and locks, interferes with the license plate light. So when we drill the holes, we can't have it hanging down too far, going up too much. So we're just going to scribe a line and try and put it right around the center. Black on black, very stylish. But we're going to scribe a line around it that will help us keep it in the right spot when we drill the holes. We're going to drill 2 holes to hold this onto the back of the OEM license plate holder. Okay, we did that, phase 1. All right, phase 1 is done. It's now time for phase 2, wherein we remove this bracket from the stock part. I've got my Torx 25 and my number 10 closed in. So we're just going to attack it, take this off. Oops, remember, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Just get that started. Won't take but a moment here. I'm not going to take it all the way out. It's better to undo it by hand, capture a few of the bits and pieces rather than have them roll all over the garage floor. I don't know how many of you have enjoyed that as often as I have. That is, been removing something and then found out that you got it loose and a part rolls off. Finds the nearest convenient cabinet or countertop to roll under. You spend a half hour looking for it. Okay, we got that going on there. Let's take that out. I'll take this bottom piece off first. Okay, we're going to try and catch the washer and the hole works. This is a real test for men. Ladies have much better hand-eye coordination than we do and smaller fingers, so they can generally capture this stuff as it falls off. And voila, the first piece. Stay tuned. Just a quick comment. I removed these 3 screws holding the back of the license plate on there. I like to, when I remove 2 pieces, to just thread them together like that and set them aside. That way you know you're less likely to lose one little piece or another. I don't consider myself a master mechanic by any stretch of the imagination, but I find that a good way to keep it organized, so when it comes times to go back together, you can find the pieces. Just a quick comment there. Okay, here's the mating flange after it's off the OEM piece. You won't be able to see this, I don't believe, but I can see my scribe marks here where I don't want to go above because I'm going to interfere with this piece right there. And our next step is to use these two holes, which I'm going to use to locate the device. Use those two holes and drill into this so that I can mount it solidly on there. It's all very lightweight. Okay, the best part of any job, what separates the men from the boys, is their toys. And we're going to use power tools. Oh yeah, one of my favorite things. You just get that quick thrill. You won't be able to see this, it's black on black, but this is a relatively large drill bit here because the little bolt, it's not so little, the bolt that goes through the back of this is sizable. But what I've done is I've marked the back of it where I want to make the hole. I also start, when I'm using a drill of this size, I put a little punch mark there so the drill hopefully will follow that through and won't skip over the top of the hole that I'm trying to cut. So this will just take a moment. Very soft plastic. There's side one. Let's be neat. Let's be neat. You don't want to pick that up in your motor or tire or anything like that. Side one, moving on to side two. Hopefully we've got those pilot holes right. This is the, call it the moment of no return. Side two, we did it. Okay, stand by, we'll clean that up and we'll start putting it back together again. Okay, just a little match up there, and I see that I'm below the scribe marks, got the holes drilled. We are through with the destructive phase and into the constructive phase. Get up a couple of bolts, set those up. Twisted Throttle supplies two bolts and nylock nuts to attach the license plate holder, but they don't supply any washers. I like washers. They spread the load out over a little bit, so I found a couple of washers. I'm in the Never Throw Anything Away club. You'll notice they're all four different sizes, but other than just the aesthetics of them not being the same, I'm okay with that. I'm cool with it. So we're going to go with that. And because they're nylocks, we don't necessarily need to use the thread locker. So we're good to go. Going to attach this here. The way we're going to do that is put this right here. Run this in through. The reason I'm putting the head of the bolt through is that will take less space than if I put the nut on the other side. And even though this does add something, I don't want to lose what space I have there. So we're going to put the head of the bolt through there, and then the nut on this side. Stay tuned. Okay, back in the construction phase, we're going to rehang the license plate flange here. Sorry for the dipping and turning, but I'll just show you one of the bolts going in. A little boring to watch all three of them. And we have to do that because we don't have access to these bolts hanging it on here once I put that little box on the back of it. So we've got to put it on. We've got to put it on now. And always a little fun, little small bolts, big clumsy fingers. One side is blind. Okay, got to start there. So we're going to affix this, and then we'll proceed to putting the box on. Stand by. Okay, time to put the little license box on here. Got the right one in. I'm just going to put the left one in. And we will be pretty darn close to being done. Okay, we're done. It's on the back of the machine. Little hidden stash. This is the box cover that it came in. License plate stash box, Twisted Throttle Hidden Lockable Storage. Here's my key set. Now, GP Motorcycles and my ignition key right there. And here's our little lock session guy. Let's carry it over here. I'll show you how it works. Going to the back of the machine. I used to have to carry my registration proof of insurance down here in this little cubbyhole area, and it worked, but not necessarily the best. Like I say, back here, just open this up. There they are. And I've also got some room for if you're a vlogger or something like that and you want a place to put your spare batteries, little documents and things like that. Got room back there, and nobody will know about it. So, hope you enjoyed it. Hope this helps some of you out there. Thanks.